Chapter 1. First Contact Gone Wrong. Zyara of the Zelthari Dominion had always prided herself on her discipline. As a high-ranking xenobiologist, she had spent cycles studying lesser species, always maintaining a clinical detachment. Humans, however, were different. They were chaotic, unpredictable, and worst of all, irresistible. When her research vessel, the Starweaver, made an emergency landing on a remote human colony after an ion storm crippled their engines, she expected hostility, or at least suspicion. Instead, she was met with warmth. The colonists, rugged, adaptable, and annoyingly charming, welcomed her crew with open arms. And then there was him. Captain Elias Carter was everything Zyara despised in a mate. Loud, brash, unapologetically emotional. And yet, when he flashed that infuriating grin and offered to help repair her ship, something inside her itched. "You ever seen a sunset on New Terra?" Elias asked one evening as they worked on the Starweaver's damaged thruster array. Zyara scoffed, her violet scales shimmering under the fading light. "I have witnessed the binary dawns of Kryn and the plasma storms of the Vexus Belt. Your sunsets are hardly noteworthy." Elias chuckled. "Yeah, but have you seen them with me?" She should have walked away. He didn't. Chapter 2. A Forbidden Affair. What started as reluctant cooperation turned into late-night debates over human poetry and Zelthari war ballads. Then shared meals. More. Zyara knew it was wrong. The Dominion forbade interspecies relationships. Her people saw humans as primitive, volatile, beneath them. But Elias was different. He was stubborn, yes, but also kind. When she spoke of her homeworld's rigid caste system, he didn't lecture her. He simply asked, "Do you like it?" And for the first time she hesitated. Their affair was reckless, brief. And when the Starweaver's repairs were complete, Zyara left without a word, burying her shame beneath duty. Until 3 months later, when her medical scans revealed the impossible. She was pregnant. Chapter 3. A choice that changed everything. The Dominion's laws were clear. Hybrid offspring were an abomination. She would be exiled, her child taken. Zyara had spent her life following orders. But now, she stole a shuttle and fled. Elias's colony was the only place she could think to go. When she landed, disheveled and desperate, he didn't ask questions. He just pulled her into his arms. "You're staying," he said, as if it were that simple. And for the first time Zyara wanted it to be. Chapter 4. The Dominion's Wrath. They had 6 months of peace before the Zelthari found them. A warship descended over the colony, its shadow swallowing the sun. Zyara's former commander, Vexus, stood on the comms, her voice cold. "Surrender the hybrid, and your exile will be merciful." Elias tightened his grip on her hand. Not happening. The colonists, human Zyara had once dismissed as weak, armed themselves. Farmers, engineers, even children stood between her and the Dominion soldiers. "You don't have to fight for me," she whispered. Elias grinned. "Yeah, we do." Chapter 5. The Battle for a Future. The Dominion hadn't expected resistance. Human ingenuity turned tractors into barricades, mining charges into traps. When the Zelthari marched into the colony, they were met with gunfire, yes, but also something worse. Defiance. Zyara fought alongside Elias, her claws and his rifle cutting through the invaders. But it wasn't enough. Vexus cornered them, her plasma blade humming. "You betray your own kind for this," she spat. Zyara placed a hand on her swollen abdomen. "No, I'm choosing better." Then the sky screamed. Chapter 6. Reinforcements from an unexpected ally. A human fleet, led by the Terran Alliance, dropped out of warp. Turns out, Elias hadn't just been a farmer. He'd been a war hero, and his call for help had reached the right ears. The Dominion retreated. Epilogue, a new dawn. 1 year later, Zyara held her daughter, half Zelthari, half human, and entirely perfect, as Elias tended to their homestead. "You still think humans are beneath you," he teased. Zyara smirked. "Obviously." Then she kissed him. "'Cause some things were worth breaking every rule for."